are we inventing newer and newer messages? The creation is a huge message of the Creator, isn't it? You are just a small piece of creation. Why are you going about inventing new messages every day? Where is the need? See, the need to do these things is somewhere you feel incomplete. So to fulfill yourself, to fulfill themselves, people are doing so many fanciful things, isn't it? The very fact that someone is trying to fulfill himself means there is a sense of incompleteness. But this piece of creation is not incomplete. This is a complete being. This does not need any addition to make it full. This does not need any outside support to make this full. It doesn't need anybody's input to make this full. This being is absolutely complete. Because people are not in touch with this being, they are only living on their mind, they feel incomplete. Because whatever you have in your mind, it is bound to be incomplete, isn't it? It doesn't matter how much you gather in your head, it is bound to be incomplete, isn't it so? Do you believe someday you can gather something in your mind which is complete? Is it possible? In fact, the more and more learned you become, the more and more you realize you don't know anything. Only a fool who's read half a book, believes he knows everything. Isn't it so? The more you gather in your mind, the more you will realize you know very little. You will see top level, I'm not talking about, the university kind of people, real top level scientists, they have become like saints because the reality has humbled them so deeply. The more and more and more they learn, these are people with tremendous intellects, they realize they barely know anything at all. This just humbles them and they become very gentle and like that. It's a kind of yoga by itself. So, where is the need to give your own message? Some sense of… you want to seek attention, isn't it? Yes? You badly want to seek attention to yourself saying, I got a new message. If your message is different from the message of the creation, why should anybody be interested? Why should anybody be interested? You cannot be, no matter how hard you try, you cannot be anything other than what the creation is, isn't it? Yes? If you are completely with it, you are a tremendous being. If you are not with it, you are a broken being, that's all. The being cannot be broken or made, it is just the mind, which can be either balanced or broken. So, you take up something that needs to be done in the world, that's not the mission I spoke about. I'm talking about people who have their own messages, who hear things from God all the time. Even your president claims God spoke to him. God tells him what political decisions to take. That's dangerous. Very dangerous, isn't it? Because once you're receiving messages from God, people's vote doesn't mean anything. Yes or no? Yes? Once you are in connection with God and God Himself is telling you what to do, these ordinary people, their vote doesn't mean a damn thing, isn't it? But that is the way we are going. And the moment people start receiving messages from God and they have their message to give, you will see they will become tyrannical in so many different ways. Just listen to the creation. And the closest piece of creation to you is yourself. Just listen to the way this life functions, what this life has to say, not your mind, not your emotion. Because your mind and your emotion has never been reliable, isn't it? Today it says one thing, tomorrow it says another thing, isn't it so? At different stages in your life, hasn't your mind lied to you in a million different ways? Made you believe this is it, and after a year you feel like a fool for what you believed? Yes or no? Hasn't your emotions done this to you? It told you, oh, this man is so wonderful, tomorrow morning you realize he's so horrible. Hasn't it happened to you? So your mind and emotion has never been reliable, isn't it? It is okay to handle little things, but you don't come up with a message for the world. Not necessary.
For more on Sadhguru, visit www.ishafoundation.org.